Alright everybody, I'm just sending out some notifications really quick and getting started. Yeah, I gotta change the date here. Alright. For any of you who were sitting on the edge of your seat waiting for me to start live streaming yesterday, Monday at 7:30. I am so horribly sorry for not getting to it on time. I started a new job and went in for some online computer training Monday night or Monday afternoon. The hiring manager told me, and it only takes a few hours. So I said, okay, no problem. So I was going in at 3. I figured a few hours, no problem. When I got there, we got set up. He goes, "Oh, this takes like 3 to 4 hours." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I didn't actually leave work till almost 7:30, and it's like, forget it at that point. There's no way I'd get home in time to start a live stream. So, but I promise to not make that a habit. Simply because I want to stay on a schedule doing the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If I had the energy, I would live stream every day, but I don't. I don't have the energy to do it. I figured 3 days is what I can handle, and hopefully you guys won't get too bored with me. But we are working on a new panel for Hero Book 3. I believe this is page 72. I've kind of lost track over the past few days. I actually started officially working the new job this morning, so I was there at 4 a.m. And I will be going back tomorrow at 4 a.m. and then again on Thursday at 4 a.m. Which one of the things I really like about the job is you go in, you work hard, and then when you're done, you leave, and you still have the whole rest of the day. Oh, hey Jason. Yeah, I saw your brother's comments that he went by and picked up those Batman packs. I did ask him if he saved me any, but knowing that he didn't, that there was only 4 left, but oh, I should have picked them up when I saw them originally, but I didn't. I said, they'll be here. There's going to be no rush. But then I put them in a video, and I broadcasted it to the entire world, So, yeah, that's what happens. Oh, I don't know where my glove is at. Oh, wait a minute. I have my blue glove. I'll just wear that instead. Perfect. Yes, he did. He sure did. I don't know if he subscribed, but he did comment. So you need to bug him, and if he hasn't subscribed, he definitely needs to. He doesn't have to hit the notifications or anything. He doesn't have to, but definitely tell him to subscribe. All right. Like I said, this is a panel. This is just a close-up of the dragon. I did use photo reference for this just to get an idea, but I went crazy and changed pretty much everything about the way the creature looks. But that's just the way it goes. That's true. That's true. Hey, but you know what? I have done nothing but been having a good time making these videos, especially the toy and Lego videos. Which, by the way, if you hadn't noticed, I put up the 4th video in the minifigure series 18, and not only did I complete the set, but I got a second policeman. So he wasn't nearly as hard to find as you'd think, but now that we've completed the set, I'm in no rush to get out there and go buy more. So, but all right, I'm gonna start recording, and I'm gonna start working on this piece. Like I said before, I'm actually running a little bit behind when it comes to drawing. Yeah, I know. Phasma. Yeah, I know. But I need to make sure that I draw every day and continue working on Hero, because lots of stuff's happening. Lots of stuff's happening. I announced in the last live stream, for anybody who was here, that we're going to do our next Kickstarter starting April 9th, which is next Monday, which is less than a week away. And I hope it does fantastic. And you know what? I just remembered something. I got to get one of my references out. Sorry, guys. It's always best to have this stuff right in front of your face, and I always forget that part sometimes. It's always good to have it right where you can see it. But as I was saying, the Kickstarter's going to start. I'm very excited about it. This is one that I've been waiting for a while to get started. Avery's been knocking it out when it comes to the coloring for Hero, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. I think people are going to be very impressed. He's done a really great job, and there's just so much I want to share with everybody. So it's finally happening. To be honest, the truth of the matter is that coloring Hero was always part of the plan. Actually, it was part of the plan all the way back in the beginning when Avery first started looking at my pages, and we were talking about them, and he's like, you know, you're making a kid-friendly book. And I said, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm making a kid-friendly book. He says, it has to be in color. It has to be in color, or else you're never going to reach your target audience, because kids are not going to care about black and white and gray. And, you know, he's absolutely true. I mean, I do have some fans that really, really like Hero, but seeing it in full color is just going to blow them away. And I'm looking forward to doing just that. And, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I think Avery's working on chapter 3 or 4 right now. So we're actually going to have even more full color stuff to show off very, very soon, and most likely another Kickstarter once 2 is finalized. It's just kind of exciting seeing it all coming together. I mean, Mike and I and Ayla helped with the initial idea, started on Hero back in, well, the first drawing was 2011, but we didn't get serious about it till 2014. My God, that feels like so long ago. And that's Mike and I had come back from a New York show in which we were set up in Artist Alley. And I know I've told this story before, but I'm just telling it for anybody. Oh, excellent, Jason. Cool. Everybody should put their Kickstarter on their calendar. It needs to be done. Needs to be done. But we went to a show in New York, and I was at an Artist Alley table, and I was doing sketches and just, you know, doing all the normal stuff we do. And I told Mike afterwards, I said, dude, we have to have a book. We have to have something to sell other than just doing sketches. And that's when we decided, let's pick one of these numerous projects that I have rolling around in my brain. And to be honest, I have lots of them. And we chose Hero because that was something that the kids were involved with from the very beginning. Now, I had my creator-owned book, Tales from the Cornerstone, and I was actually working on a 3rd volume of that, and I decided that I wanted to focus on Hero, specifically because the kids were involved, and I liked the fact that they were involved with it from the very beginning. Even though, if you ask Ayla, she'll tell you she didn't do anything, but she was part of the inspiration for the beginning, and she helped out a lot. she and Mike at the very beginning, a lot of their involvement in Hero was I would throw out an idea, or I'd throw out a story idea, or I'd throw out something regarding the characters or the storyline, and their response would be, "Dad, that's really stupid." so they help me in the sense that they help me with direction, and that sometimes is a wonderful thing when you have your target audience kind of chiming in on you, and I appreciated it greatly, and it's one of those funny stories that I can't wait to tell everybody at the Eisner Awards when Hero wins an Eisner. Yeah, I know. Big dreams there, but you know what? Sometimes that's what you gotta do. You gotta dream big. Oh. Alright, so since I'm just chit-chatting right now, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about the Kickstarter. We're going to have a very modest goal in mind. That's right, dream big or go home. And we're going to have a very modest goal in mind simply because one of the things about Kickstarters, a lot of people use the campaigns in order to fund the creation of whatever it is they're doing. Hero's already been created. There isn't a need to pay any of the creators. I took care of the coloring of Avery when I got my money from Citibank when my job went away. Mike and I, we do this for the love of it, so there's no pay that's necessary for us. So paying the creators, that bill is already right there, cut out of the formula for figuring out what it's for. So we're going to set our goal to cover just what we need in order to print a very specific number of issues of issue 1. One of the things that'll be released in the Kickstarter's information is that we're doing it comic. We're doing it as a comic format, but in a larger size comic format, which they consider magazine size, and that is 8 by 10.5. So comics are usually 6 3/4 by 7.5. I mean, depending on where you go, comic size differs, but this will be much closer to what I originally imagined Hero to be printed at, because I had always wanted Hero to be like a European graphic novel size, which is like 8.5 by 11, and this is the closest I'll get to that using American printers, and that's perfectly fine. 8.5 by 11 or 8 by 10.5. It's pretty much you're arguing over semantics here. So it's gonna work. It's gonna work good. And what our goal is we want to print 100 copies of the comic. 100 special edition, signed and numbered, limited to only 100. No more of them will be made. We'll do regular editions later on, but there's going to be a page in the front that'll be very specific just to this edition. That'll be signed and numbered by the creative team. Me and Michael sign them. I'm going to try to get Avery to sign them. I know he'd be willing, but I can't speak for him because I don't think I asked him. So I can't just say, oh yeah, of course he's going to do it, but he probably will. He's been really cool about it. Pretty much everything from the beginning of this project. It's been very helpful, so I'm sure he'll be okay with putting his name on it. Then we also want to do. Yeah, Jason can sign one. Yeah, sure. We're also going to do 50 blank sketch cover versions. So this, once again, these will be limited edition, only done. I mean, there'll be sketch cover versions printed at a later date, but these will be specific just to this Kickstarter. So the goal is enough money to cover the printing, the taxes, the shipping for 150 copies of the book, 100 regular editions, and then 50 sketch editions. And you'll have the option to get either one, as well as we'll make digital ones available as well. But if you get one of the 100 copies or one of the 50 copies, they will be special in the fact that you're not going to be able to get them anywhere else. There'll be editions printed later on in the future, but none that will be signed, numbered, and so forth. So we're making this a very special deal. What else was I going to say about that? I'm looking forward to it. Oh yeah, I forgot. The book, the main story for Chapter 1 is 30 pages long. We're going to add the book title, some other stuff. Yay for no notification. Sorry, man. Nothing I can do about that. You know YouTube. I mean, they've got their own issues going on today. If you guys haven't been watching the news, had some crazy gun woman shooting at people on their campus in California or wherever it is they're located. So I know they don't have control over notifications manually, but hey, you never know. But I lost track of what I was saying. Oh well, it'll come back to me because I know it's about the Kickstarter. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I know. So the comic, the regular edition of the Kickstarter is going to be 36 pages. Is going to have some pinups in the back and some additional information in the back, and as well as the cover thing. So it'll be the 30-page story plus 6 extra pages. But I have plans to expand it to at least 44 pages, so an additional 8 pages. We're going to set a very, very modest stretch goal. That if we reach that, we'll add 4 pages, and if we reach the second stretch goal, we'll add a total of 8 pages, which will include 6 pages of additional 5 to 6 pages. I gotta remember that because I haven't actually sat down and done it yet, but 5 to 6 pages of brand new story and art. And when I tell you that nobody's ever seen these pages, I can be very, very truthful and honest about it because I haven't drawn them yet. I actually talked to Mike about what those pages would entail, and I haven't yet sat down and started laying them out. But if the Kickstarter reaches those stretch goals, that's the very first thing I'm doing. I'll get started on them. And most likely, I will work on them while I live stream. So you'll get a chance to see them as they're being created. And that's another one of the bonuses for following the channel, is you'll be able to see something that'll be included in this special edition that nobody else has seen, and as it's happening. So, in other words, got a lot of crap that I got to work on. In addition to finishing book 3, I am this is page, I think I said 72, and chapter 15, which is the 3rd chapter in this book. Runs through page 75, and then I start on the next chapter, and the next chapter is going to be very, very interesting. Not only are we going to introduce a whole new place, because right now the guys are just traveling, flying through the sky and so forth, and they're seeing the countryside and lots of clouds and so forth, but we're going to introduce a whole new place, which I have yet to design. I have to sit down and actually design what the city looks like. I have an idea in my head, but I haven't sat down and done it yet, so that'll probably be something I do during one of these live streams. It's Jason, Avery. It's Jason. Oh, this is up. That's funny. Oh. So we got lots of goings on. I got a new job. I got plans for a Kickstarter. I got, you know, finishing up book 3. Well, book 3 is still going to take a lot longer because actually when Mike and I okay, good. When Mike and I first sat down and started laying out what will happen in each chapter, we originally planned for the book to be just like the other 2 books, 6 chapters plus backup stuff. But this book is actually going to be 7 chapters. So it's going to have more to it. And that's just simply because there's so much stuff that's going on in this book. And it's taking us a while to get there, but it's going to start ramping up very, very soon, story-wise and so forth. So we're almost done with the 3rd chapter, and we still have 4 more to go. My goal is still to have it done by October, but there's a good chance it's not going to happen because to be honest with you folks, I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to skip steps and skip things in order to get it done on time because, you know what, these pages, the story, these characters, they're important to me. Just like anybody who's creating something, stuff's important to them. And I'm not going to rush it, and I'm not going to put out something that's not exactly what I want. And that's just the way it goes. And but the cool thing is as members of my YouTube channel, you guys will be along for the ride the entire way. So, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Trust me, it's a good thing. Oh. Avery, just so you know, I did as I promised. I dropped your name today. So hopefully you'll be hearing something soon. And notice how I'm not going into any more detail because this is your stuff and my stuff and not for anybody else's consumption. But see, sometimes I can play by the rules. I can be good and not dox ourselves, you know. But I did what you asked, and I'm looking forward to see what happens. Oh. Trust me, we're just talking. We're only talking about hero stuff, guys. Trust me, it's a private code between me, between artist and colorist. You know. But I had actually I made 3 small videos this morning, guys, that I wanted to add to a larger video and share it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But on my way into work this morning. So I left the house at around 3:30, and trust me, I don't have to go very far. We're not talking about a long drive. There's several intersections. I wouldn't call them major intersections between my house and my work. And I swear to God, I hit every single red light. There's nobody on the road. It's like this damn city is gonna make me late for my first day at work. I hit the light in Bay Meadows. I hit the light at Southside at Walmart. I was like, my wife's like, you know, you're not gonna run these lights. I said, no, I'm not gonna run the lights. I am not gonna risk getting another ticket, and there's nobody on the road. There's nobody coming, and the one at Bay Meadows was infuriating because it's one of those. It's not trigger lights, but rotating lights, so that it lets the oncoming traffic, or it lets the turn lanes go first, and there's nobody in the frickin' turn lanes. So you're sitting there just patiently waiting, you know. Oh well. But work was good. I enjoyed the job. There's not a lot. It's not a lot of thinking to it. You just get in there and you do it. And yeah, part of me is appreciative of the fact that maybe that's what I need right now, something where I don't have to think too hard. And once I get better at knowing where everything's supposed to go, the job will get a lot faster and a lot easier. But that's just something that comes with time. Oh. Yeah, usually after I'm done with these live streams, I stay up for like another 2 hours working on, making the video for the next morning and getting everything ready. I'm not doing any of that crap tonight. As soon as this live stream is over, I am going to bed because I have to get my butt up at 3 a.m. and go back into work. So in other words, none of y'all call me. Ironic, huh? Well, my last job, I had to do a lot of thinking. You had to do a lot of, there was a lot of, a lot of stuff involved in getting stuff out on time and fixing problems. And this one is very much, you're stocking shelves and getting stuff out. And the weird thing is, I can tell you guys this part, is, I had to take out the trash, and when the girl was going with me, she says, "You got to be careful of the seagulls." And I looked up, and there was 2 seagulls on top of the roof of the store. And she says, "Oh, trust me, they're not all here yet, and they're looking for food that's being thrown out or any leftovers." And when we started to unload the trash, there were like 20 or 30 of them just coming out of nowhere. I was like, "Oh my God." He says, yeah, just they won't mess with you. Just stay out of their way and just do what you got to do. And I've never been attacked by seagulls at a place of business before, but you know what? Hey, it's the first time for everything. Ugh. Actually, I wasn't attacked. Well, yeah, technically I was attacked by an alligator at when I worked at Citibank. They had the building that they work in now, when it was rather new, was built in an area where there was a lot of swampland. So not all of the critters that lived in that area had relocated yet, and I left work one day, and it was back when Jennifer had her scooter, and I was riding her scooter into work to save on gas. There was an alligator crossing out of the pond across the road, and as I drove past, he lunged out at me on the bike. And I mean, there's no way he would have gotten me or anything, but it freaked me out. And I went back in, and I turned around and went back into the office. I went to the main security group, and I told them what happened. And the lady's response to me was, "Well, they lived here long before we got here." And I'm like, "Okay, that's exactly how you should handle this situation, lady. Just tell me that it's my fault." And needless to say, they put up a sign along that area where I was at that said, "Do not feed the alligators." Like that's what I was trying to do to begin with, but that sign was specifically put there. That warning sign was specifically put there because of me. So it's my brief little claim to fame at the Citibank building is that the "Do not feed the alligator" sign was because of me, because I attempted to feed an alligator. My foot as I drove past him. Oh, I forgot to turn on the music, but that's alright. Fail. Well, I didn't get eaten, so I mean that's a good thing. But yeah, if you ask anybody about that sign, they will tell you there was a guy, he was heading home from work, and an alligator lunged out at him, and that was me. There's a yeah, well, did you ever ask where that sign came from or why that sign was put up? Did you even know there was a sign out there? It was out by the like the little retention pond that was created right outside of the front parking lot. And that was because of me and my adventures with Albert the alligator. Yes, I named him Albert. And if you ask me this story again sometime in the future, I'll come up with a different name because I just made that part up. That's sad. So let's see. Yeah, that is true, Avery. I could have given him one of my feet, but, you know, at the time, I was thinking more about, you know, getting home to my wife and children and dog to concern myself with the eating habits of an alligator. But, you know, you're right. Jason, I'm not going there, man. I'm not going there. So leave it to my Filipino friends to take it racial, you know? Oh, goodness gracious. Citibank. All the memories I have from Citibank. You know what's so funny about all those memories that I have from Citibank? I don't think about them at all. I just don't think about them at all. I don't think about the job. I don't think about the work. I'll think about the people from time to time, but, you know, I didn't see a lot of people because I worked from home, which, you know, what a wonderful thing if you're ever able to do it. But, I honestly don't miss any of it. There was a part of me that thought I would, but nope, 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 nope. I do not miss it. Whatever you say, Gus Gus. Whatever you say, man. Yeah, when that fake solicitor called today, I really thought they had finally given up on me, but nope. They're 100% committed to getting my credit card information. They are 100% committed to never giving up, no matter how many times I screw with them. I honestly think they really think in the bottom of their black-hearted souls that one of these days I'm just going to give up and give them my information, you know. I mean, what they ask for: your social security number, the last four of your social, your credit card number, your expiration date. That's the kicker. What do they need the expiration date for? They don't need the expiration date, but they ask for it anyway. They ask for a zip code, and you know what's so funny is when I'm making up these numbers, I've learned to write the numbers down so that when they confirm them, which this guy did, and they try to rearrange the numbers in order to trick me into revealing that I just made up the numbers, I make up a zip code, and then I have to go really quick and Google the zip code so that if they ask where I live, I can tell them what city and state I live in, because I made up the zip code. Because you never know when they're going to check it. This time I pulled out 5 digits, just pulled them out of my butt, and I did the zip code search. Come to find out, what I gave him was for some city in Georgia. Yeah, sure, I'm in Georgia. Do I have a Georgian accent? Do I sound like somebody from Georgia? Is that southern drawl? I'm sure I could fake a southern drawl. Drawl. I'm sure I could do it. Oh. Let's see, where am I at? Where am I at? Okay. I only lived in Florida more than half my life. I mean, come on. I don't think I have an accent, though, do I? I don't think so. I definitely don't have a New England accent, you know, where I was born. My family does. My family are just a whole bunch of New Englanders. You can tell when the ones that are from Boston, you know? It's hard to hide that, so I don't think I have an accent. Eh. Yeah, I'm sure you get confused with a southern gentleman all the time, Jason. Ugh. Yep, Southern Filipino. I'm sure that's a thing, too, huh? Can you guys hear the dogs barking outside? They're very loud. There doesn't necessarily have to be anything going on out there. They just get bored and decide they need to start barking at everything. You might be able to hear Charlie. He's going to chime in soon because he's, you know, feels he's got to vocalize along with them. Oh my God, Jason's making bad dad jokes. No, Jason, come on, man. If you were with me and Avery right now, he'd be assaulting you probably for making bad dad jokes like that. And Mike would be, "Can I hit him?" I'd say, "No, you cannot hit me. I am your father. You cannot hit me." But he always asked permission. He's a good kid. Now this panel, there's going to be a foreground to it, which is going to introduce. Well, actually, I already did the video where I show the sketch, the page before, where we introduce a new character, who actually saves the day. But I don't have his name yet. I haven't. Mike's got to probably help me come up with the name for the guy, because he ends up saving the day, saving everybody, and they make him Yeah, I saw the video that you sent me, but that's not something I'm gonna look into. I'm not too worried about it. I'm still looking forward to seeing what the Lego sets look like. So I don't know. I don't think Mike's committed to getting any of them just yet, but you never know. Having a regular paycheck means I might be able to buy some of that stuff. No, not really. I'll see if Mike ends up buying them. He's the only one that really can. No, my paychecks will be allocated to... Yes, Soilo. Yep. Oh, I did ask him about the Pacific Rim tickets. I don't think he was able to get any because he did not work any of those nights. He was off the 2 nights that the movie came out, the first 2 nights. So I don't think he was able to get any. But I will remind him and ask him again if there's any like laying around, you know, the office or something like that, because they usually print or have like 1,000 of them, and they usually have plenty left over. You know, I don't care what they say about the new Solo movie. I'm still looking forward to seeing it. I want to see it. No matter how crappy a movie, a Star Wars movie is, it's still Star Wars. I still like it. Yes, I watched... no, actually, I haven't finished watching The Last Jedi yet, now that I own it. I started it earlier today, and I have not finished it. But, yes, I did enjoy that movie, even though there was a lot of things about it I didn't like, I still enjoyed it. You know? Give me as much Star Wars as you can, as you want. You two are idiots. You know what? You guys... Your powers of dad jokes are worse than mine, you know? And those are official dad jokes. Sure there's something you two aren't telling me? I almost guarantee, you know what? I'm going to do this again. I originally thought these looked more like battle scars when I first did them, but they gave a nice the they give a nice texture type feel to the drawing, so I kind of like them. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. When I was working on the other image of... What? Cookie Monster? Where the heck do you get that from? You guys are insane. And then he goes and throws his pencil on the floor. Oh. Standing on my head to go get my pencil. Cookie Monster? I don't get that at all. All right, Avery, when are you planning on doing... Oh, jeez. When are you planning on doing your next live stream? You really should schedule these things. You should really say, okay, I'm going to do it at noon on Wednesday. And I will be there. Absolutely. Oh, gosh, tomorrow's New Comic Book Day. Ah! Luckily, I'll be off in plenty of time to go to the comic book store, but that's one of the good things about working early in the morning is you still have the day to yourself. I have no idea what's coming out. Actually, you know what I need to do? Okay, alright. Well, when you do, if I get a notification and I'm around, I will definitely chime in, because I like watching you draw. And you color, so forth. That's right. Jason will put it on his calendar and he'll be there. Yep, next Tuesday. Actually, I have a $5 Target gift card that I've been holding on to just for that. It expires on the 12th, and the movie comes out on the 10th, so that ends up working out really well. Alright, I'm thinking this one is almost done. I don't want to... I'm trying hard not to add so much that I end up screwing it up. Just to appease the internet gods, you know. You know, because the more time I work on it, the more time I'm going to throw something at it and I'm not going to be happy with it later on. Actually, I want to blend this just a little bit more. Yeah, I've been specifically holding on to that $5 just for that. Could have used it yesterday when I bought some Easter candy. 50% off Easter candy, but I did not. I'm waiting for the Suicide Squad, because you know that's going to be a movie. Now you do know who's doing the voice of Deadshot in that, right, Jason? You know who's doing the voice of Deadshot? I'm sure you're Googling it right now and looking it up. I'm going to pretend like you already knew, but I bet you didn't know. There is. Yes, you're absolutely right. And his voice, it is so Christian Slater. It's one of those things where if you didn't realize it beforehand, once they say the name, you're like, oh my God, that's Christian Slater's voice. I can't remember the last movie he did, you know, but he's doing the voice of Deadshot in the next Suicide Squad animated movie. Alright guys, what do you think? I think I'm done. I think I'm not going to try to mess this up any further. I'm going to put a couple extra little spikes here. Because he's got spikes all down the back of his neck, but you can't see that because, you know, we're looking kind of at an up view of his head. You mean from the shadows in Star Trek? Where all you saw or all you heard was his voice? You know how he got that role, right? His mom is like a casting agent or something. And she helped get him hired in the first place. And he'd always wanted to be on Star Trek, and they agreed to put him in, but he was in shadow. It's just actually kind of funny. It's exactly how I'd want to appear if I was on a show like that. In shadow, where all you hear is his voice. Yeah, but this is where you're going to ask me which one, and I'm not going to be able to tell you. I just know it happened. I imagine it perfectly in my mind. I just I couldn't give you any more details from there. All right, folks. Before I screw this up, I'm going to go ahead and stop. This came out a little bit better than I originally planned, and this was a very, very, very last-minute throw together. I need something to draw tonight. I think it was Generations. Oh, I'll have to double check that. I think it was Generations. It was one of those. All right, never mind. Okay, back to this. I'm gonna finish this one. I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm done. I will live stream again tomorrow night. Wednesday will be our regular live stream, 7:30 Eastern time. For anybody out there who wants to watch. I don't know exactly what I'll be drawing, but I will definitely be drawing. So I appreciate you all checking in. Thank you so much. Avery, let people know when you're going to live stream. You know, give us a bigger heads up so we could follow along. Right, Jason? Jason agrees with me. All right, man. All right, everybody. Have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow night.